anything outside of business, body work, technique.
What made you choose this particular modality as far as using table and a heavy influence on I guess on tide?
Yeah. So I'll give you a little bit of my history. I was a philosophy student at LSU thinking deep thoughts about unemployment. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was very much like you guys. I had no interest in business whatsoever. Business was selling your soul to the devil. You get to be the onceler. You get to cut down the truffula trees. And I'm the Lorax and that sort of thing. I was in a car accident in 1999. I was hit by a drunk driver outside of Baton Rouge on the way home from Jazz Fest one night. I had a really bad whiplash. The car went off the road into some trees. It was like a double impact. I got sick, and I got sick for the first time where it was like my body didn't bounce back. I'd always been robust and healthy. I'd been in gymnastics in high school. I was fairly strong, but like flexible, kind of balanced. I hurt, and when I told doctors in Louisiana in 1999, hey, I hurt, and they said, well, we did an x-ray, you're fine. I said, I'm in pain. Like, I can't even go to school. And they're like, we can't give you pain medication. And I went, what? And they said, you'll get addicted to it. So what options did I have? The option you had was figure it out. And what I did was I dropped out of school. I could still think deep thoughts about unemployment with less student loan debt. I had nearly $12,000 or $15,000 in student loans at that point I accrued, no degree. I worked at a health food store. A young lady I worked with at the health food store was in massage school. She gave me the first massage I ever had. It was just like a good kind of deep Swedish. I got nauseous afterwards. My body was so like coiled up, like I had a very strong like physical response. My first thought was my muscles felt slack for the first time. Like I didn't have any body awareness at that point. My body just hurt. I decided to go to massage school. After I went to massage school, all of that free thinking I had done towards philosophy was turned towards the human body. Musculoskeletal anatomy, looking at, anatomy, physiology, using Swedish and deep tissue techniques, stuff I learned in school. My health slowly improved and my pain lessened. After massage school, I got out, I started working, I was in Louisiana again. I started taking yoga classes, added another layer. And I was like, man, what is this? Yoga. Like this is not, yoga's like massaging yourself from the inside out. Like massage was passive, it was something somebody did to me. Yoga was something I did to myself. But if you put them together, you had this kind of 1-2 punch. About a month later, I discovered Thai massage. The woman who became my teacher, I saw a demo. I was working as a cook at the retreat. I saw her give a demo on a mat, and I went, what is that? And of course, all you do is you compare it to what you've seen before, and I was like, it looks kind of like yoga. Like she was stretching people. I had one session. After that session with one of her students, I said, I'll take everything she teaches. I spent the next 2 or 3 years glomming on to this teacher like a leech, learning everything I could in class and outside. I literally carried mats, got coffee, swept floors, took payments, kept paperwork, just worked with her to like learn more. I was so impressed with the work itself, and I'm very, very biased. Once I started learning it, I didn't want to do table work anymore. Table work was too much physical effort. It didn't give me the same effects and benefits. And the compressions that it gave were much, much more challenging. In other words, working on a table hurt my hands. It made me work on you in a way that was less biomechanically effective. But I am a renegade, a punk, an iconoclast in the massage industry talking about this. It's going to take years. It might not be till the end of my life that the industry finally figures this out and starts to come on board. This represents a complete sea change in the massage industry. I think the work is more beneficial, both for the clients and for the therapists. That makes me, again, a bit of a contentious individual in the massage industry because massage is on a table, right? Yeah. Typically. This is growing, and I'm part of the push towards this, but it takes time and energy to get consumers to understand what this is, because I can't scale body work. I can make videos all day long, but they can't feel it unless I work on him one client at a time, one person at a time, right? Yeah. This is my strong preference. I still work on a table. I still teach on a table as well, but mainly it's to help you transition to this. The art, to me, when I look at it over the years that I've taught, massage therapists are boxers. They have a jab and an uppercut, and they come in and they say, my hands hurt. And I go, come swing at me. I dodge a punch, put you in a chokehold, wrap my legs around you, and threaten to rip your arm off unless you tap out. It's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's a different art form. It's not the same thing biomechanically. Can you kick harder than you can punch? And that's why mat-based work and Thai massage is so brutally effective. How much do you weigh?
100.
She's 100 pounds. She's going to use these little wrists to work on guys that are 300 pounds. No. Ouch. I'm going to teach her to stand on people. She needs all 100 pounds. Like, she has issues of physics, just like you have issues of physics, right? Different body sizes and shapes. It depends on what clients are looking for. Clients right now, even though I prefer this, they don't know what this is. I have to educate them and try to teach them what this is. Because for me, I didn't walk into a ready-made market. What I did was I had to create a market. And that's one of the reasons I've relied so heavily on video production. Slowly, it's making an impact, primarily because I'm encouraging students to make video, and video keeps floating out of massage groups. And when you see about 100 videos of people clothed getting massage, what do consumers and massage therapists start to get a little bit closer to this? Does that make sense? Yeah. Most consumers, what I'll say is table, cream, glide, and nudity. That's what massage is. Table, cream, glide, and nudity. And I came in and slowly took them all away. Table, cream, glide, nudity. What do you have left? Really effective body work. But it doesn't operate according to the normal cultural parameters people deal with in the West. Anything. Business, technique, social media, Instagram. You guys on Snapchat? Do y'all follow me on Snapchat? Really? Oh, I'm so offended right now. Business, like I talked about massage entrepreneurs, and like the reason I started that group to try to help therapists understand how to deal with marketing in 2018, I pushed social media extremely heavily, more heavily than any other educator I can think of. I'm constantly trying to get students to get more involved in social media. Primarily what they're doing is, as a culture, we're using this to consume. How many of you have looked up something on Amazon, then and gone to your Facebook feed and seen an ad pop up for the thing you just looked up? It's a retargeting ad. If you're smart enough, you can do the same thing. Somebody goes, they look up massage on Google somewhere, somehow. They go back to Facebook, an ad for you pops up. Hey, you looking for massage? I use this to produce. This is a production tool. I just got the S9 Plus phone because I needed an upgrade. I use this constantly. Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook Lives. Constant, ongoing, like ticker tape of information and video to be able to draw people into my story to get clients and students. This is one of the ways that you can completely stand out. How much does Massage Envy use that? They pay for ads, but like, can they personalize? Like you're talking about how long it's going to take you to build a practice. Can they personalize their brand the way you can? Because when they deal with me, they know it's Robert. Once I find those people, they're like, I know. Like, I don't just go see a massage therapist, I see Robert. Right. They have like a connection with me.
For me personally, I don't know about anybody else in the class, but as of right now, the industry to me seems a little bit intimidating because I don't know lot. So, what kind of advice would you give someone like me that is newly into this and wants to find their way? Because I don't know what I would prefer to do because I know very little bit about what I know.
Yeah.
So,
So I was a philosophy student. Socratic ignorance does hold sway. I document my not knowing, and I ask a lot of questions on camera. My first thought is, instead of going in and applying at different massage facilities to get a job, why don't you go in and interview them? Let's say you decide, I don't think I want to work for myself yet. I want to work for somebody else. Why don't you go into various massage envies and say, hey, can I talk to your manager? I'm not really necessarily looking for a job, but I'd like to interview you about Massage Envy, and it's like your setup. Then you go to Massage Heights. Then you go to a local massage establishment. I know Wendy Wilson LaValle. Is Wendy working with you guys? So you talk to Wendy, because I think Wendy's primarily in private practice. Okay, you get a chance to talk to people across a spectrum and see what are they doing, and then what do I like. You look at Wendy's business model and you say, okay, are the pieces of this that I want to emulate? Because the challenge is we don't really know yet. When I got out of school, I didn't know. I had no idea like how I was going to find work or how that was going to function, especially since I went to school in a different state. I think you embrace the not knowing, and I think you make video content. Think about it this way. If you went in for your interview with Massage Envy and you said, hey, can I Facebook Live this? They may say no, but you get to interview these facilities. You get to talk to them and find out. You can find a Sue, the Zeal representative, and say, hey, can I do like a 30-minute table discussion with you, like over coffee, and we talk about Sue and Zeal's business model? I'm a massage student trying to find out about what options are for massage therapists when they get out of school. I'm trying to find out where I fit in the massage industry. Do you see how he's using this now to make his own channel? But it's a channel that other massage therapists would be interested in because they're having the same questions that you have. Make sense? Yeah. I think you talk to massage therapists, you talk to industry leaders, you talk to facility owners, you talk to small business people and find out what are they doing. When you say it's confusing, I think when I went to school and finished, I think it was less confusing. I think the confusing part is you have more options now. Yeah. Having more options is kind of buyer's remorse after a while. What kind of cereal do you guys eat? Captain Crunch. Why do you eat Captain Crunch?
I ate it since I was like 5.
He's like, I love Captain Crunch. They branded me when I was 5. Do you ever buy cereal and have buyer's remorse and wonder if the other cereal might have been better? I would never betray the captain. Yeah, branding.
or you like me, you have 20 different brands
Yeah.
in the pantry.
Everybody's different, like what they enjoy. I think the way you find out about breakfast cereal is by trying a lot of different breakfast cereal. You figure out what you like. Massage forums, things like Massage Entrepreneurs, other Facebook groups for massage therapists are a good resource of information to be able to connect with other therapists digitally to find out information about various facilities and like their hiring, firing practices and how that functions as well. Having more options, good. You have more options for pay. Sooth and Zeal did not exist more than 5 years ago, maybe? I would think. I don't think they've been around much longer than that. So go in and ask. That's how you do it, to me. That's hard knocks, like going in, asking questions. There's also a lot of different podcasts and things that are popping up for massage therapists. I'm hoping to start one very soon. Giving people information is something that I really relish, trying to give my perspective on what I see in the massage industry and to be able to help out fledgling massage therapists. Did you have other questions about like options when you get out? You said it sounds confusing. It's like, where do you start?
Well, yeah. Intimidating, confusing, same thing.
Yeah.
I think as of right now, that's all that I have off the tip of the tongue.
What else do you guys have questions about? Anything?
I mean, I don't necessarily have a question. I just have something to share. When we started, we kind of had a vision of what we wanted to do. And as time grew by, my wife liked certain type of things. So we changed our menu options at the spa to cater to services that she liked to do. So we're continually changing and growing. We still consider ourselves a full-service spa, but we specialize in certain things that, you know, my wife and daughter like to do, and specialize in things that I'm interested in, and kind of combining those two. So we've been steadily changing and evolving for years. So I don't know if that answers you, but basically is we've come into this massage industry. There's tons and tons of modalities, and finding what you kind of like to do will help you kind of focus in the direction you want to head with this license, I guess.
Here's one of the main things I see in the industry. People will look around and they'll try to figure out what people want